Well, it is said that you are an average of your five friends, and books happen to be your very close friends. And even when it comes to your professional enhancement, people do look up to you that how updated you are, what are your competence, and what's your character, right? So this is a good habit. This is a fantastic habit, if you ask me. Book reading, you should be well read. Be it any kind of genres you are in. Well, you would have heard me that I keep saying I'm not here to develop the personality, I'm here to dissolve the personality. It's basically moving from self to no self, from egoic self to all comprising, all inclusive self, which is your highest self, from person to presence. Well, that's in the context of psychological evolution or maybe spiritual evolution. That's much needed. That's our basic nature. But you see, when it comes to our manifested world, the professional world, our day-to-day world, practical world, we need to be quite well versed. We should be in the nerves in the market, what's going on, and so forth. We should be able to decipher. We should be able to decode what's happening. Because it would be a kind of nonsense if you don't know what's happening when it comes to your own product knowledge. For example, I'm in my office cabin. The products of my university where I serve. I need to be well versed, right? What's happening in the trade? I should be in the trade, right? And so related to this, if I'm a well-read person, and I know what's going on there, it should be. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, The Week. The Week is one of my very favorite magazines since years, and you see the current the issue, latest issue page. 8th March was Women's Day, and the cover page is about a woman, which is a bold woman, benevolent woman, some modern woman, a lot of guts and glamour and glory. So, this magazine is the political, economical, social, and technological. All those happenings, they differently include. If there is any kind of innovation, they will highlight. Even, for example, CSR, Competition Success Review, used to be one of my favorites during my school time, because a lot of quant, a lot of mental ability, reasoning, and current affairs, general knowledge. Yeah, which been always my passion. In fact, right from my school and college, I used to participate in the quiz time, general quiz competitions, and I won a couple of them. So I believe in being updated. That's a professional enhancement. One should be very clear. One should have absolute clarity that when it comes to the current affairs and the knowledge where we're living in, we should be able to accumulate, assimilate, and definitely share. But when it comes to the spiritual question, from moving from self to no self, then actually knowledge becomes a barrier. Maybe we'll drill in some another aspect, but here you should be well updated, and not just the bookish knowledge, but your own experiential knowledge. What's happening? So do interact with people of all cadres, irrespective of the designation, their experiences, their geographies, their industries, ecologies. It is continuous learning, keep evolving. I would strongly recommend any kind of magazine which can cover the political, economical, and social technological changes happening locally and globally, so that you are well versed what's happening over here. So don't get into an ego of typical alpha male that it all, been there, done that kind of an attitude. That becomes a barrier. So it should be a carrier. It's a continuous movement, continuous learning. Like Kaizen. Because if life is continuum, then learning is continuum. It is influx. Everything is changing. Everything is moving. As I keep saying that there is a difference between change and transformation. Transformation is a reversible process. For example, metamorphosis, cocoon to butterfly. Life is full of change. It goes on. It goes on. It goes on. Spiritually, if you are there like a metamorphosis, that that you are that which is beyond the change. Which is why you are able to even observe the minute possible changes. Because God lies in minute details. God is about detailing. You should be detail oriented. Do you have an eye for details? Do you have that bird's eye view, macroscopic as well as microscopic? Even the planning strategies like banded, short-term, goals, or could be long-term goals. So you should be very clear that what you are, where you are up to. Are you able to see the change? Because not everything is changing with the same pace. I keep saying this for years. There are certain changes which are very fast. There are certain changes which are very slow, and then there are certain changes I think they are dead slow. But there are some changes which are happening so very fast when it comes to any product. For example, mobile phones, smartphones. A lot of survey and the research goes on before you expect something. The organization, the companies, they present with the new product, and that's what the delight is. Customer delight is exceeding customer expectations. Yeah, that's what customer delight is. So everything is about customer centricity nowadays. So we need to know what is changing even in the context of business. I think customer expectations are changing at the speed of light. Isn't it? So are we able to see those changes, and are we preparing to meet those changes and conquer those changes and live a very successful life? Thank you. Bye-bye.